Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta
Sri
Vrinda.
Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We're reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. One second. Madhya Leela, Chapter 3. Lord Chaitanya's stay at the house of Advaitacharya. So let me open the page. Yes. So we were seeing Mahaprabhu after that evening when there was Sankirtan in Advaitacharya's home, and Advaitacharya recited this verse that now I'm experiencing the highest ecstasy because the Lord has once again come to my home after a long time. And then looking at Mahaprabhu, he said that um, mm, um, he said that you've been escaping me by bluffing me all these days, but now you are in my home. I'm going to tie you up. And saying like this, Advaita Acharya is dancing, along with him Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur are also dancing. And and everyone is experiencing in Advaita Acharya's body, we are seeing various ecstasies. Seeing all this, the heights of separation in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart also increased, and then he just fell down. He fell down. Then Advaita Acharya stopped dancing, and Mukunda began to sing. Mukunda sang verses from Vidyapati's verses, explaining Srimati Radharani's condition in separation from Krishna, thinking that this is going to increase the ecstasy of Mahaprabhu. And then when he started reciting those verses where Srimati Radharani says, "Oh, my dear Sakhis who are more dear to me than life, what has not happened to me as a result of love of Krishna, my mind and my body have been afflicted so badly," like that. And then if there is, my mind is not finding any rest, day and night, there's no rest. If I can find Krishna anywhere, immediately I would fly there. By hearing this, Mahaprabhu uh, actually fainted. Well, he fell down, and then when Mukunda sang this, uh, I try to follow the sequence. Let me go back again. So Mukunda sang this. What happened before that? Okay, so Advaita Acharya raised the body. Yes, so first Mahaprabhu fell down. He suddenly fell down. Then Mukunda began to sing. And Advaita Acharya raised the body, but Mahaprabhu couldn't stand because of all these bodily symptoms in him. So these were the symptoms: tears, trembling of the body, a voice faltering, falling down, crying, like that. So what did Mukunda sing? Mukunda sang those two verses, right? Okay. My feeling is like this: my mind burns day and night. When Mukunda sang this, uh, the transcendental ecstasies in Mahaprabhu just increased, right? There was all these opposites happening in him, like ecstasy of disappointment and pleasure, pride and humility. And his whole body began to totter, tremble because of these ecstatic symptoms. It's like a war going on in him. And then he immediately fell down and he lost breath. So this happened the second time, from what I understand. Yes? So first Mahaprabhu, because the Kirtan was going on at first. Kirtan was going on. Mahaprabhu was seeing Kirtan, seeing Advaita Acharya's symptoms of ecstasy and hearing what he was saying, Mahaprabhu fell down. When Mahaprabhu fell down, that's when Mukunda started singing. So Mahaprabhu fell down and Mukunda started to sing. So first verse he said that I have been afflicted, right? Srimati Radharani is saying, my mind and body are afflicted. Then by hearing that, Mukunda sang that, and Advaita Acharya tried to lift Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to make him dance. But due to all these symptoms, no. So when Mahaprabhu fell, Mukunda sang that verse first, which was that uh, because of love of Krishna, my mind and body are afflicted. So when Mukunda, of course, Advaita Acharya stopped. Mukunda sang this verse. When he sang this verse, Mahaprabhu's ecstasies only increased. He became even more, like his heart was broken to pieces, it is said, by hearing that verse. Then Advaita Acharya came to lift Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. And Mahaprabhu was not able to stand up because of all these symptoms of ecstasy. Now Mukunda sings another verse that my mind is not finding any rest day and night. If I can find Krishna somewhere, then I would immediately fly. By hearing this, again Mahaprabhu fell down. He fainted again. That's what happened. So, two times. So then all these, like there's a war going on in his body. So now Mahaprabhu fell down. Okay. He fell to the ground. Immediately he fell to the ground. Yes, second time. So then what happened? When the devotees saw this, they became very anxious. Oh, what happened? Because this time there's no breathing even. So they were worried. And then all of a sudden, Mahaprabhu gets up and then he starts to uh, say loudly, right? Go on speaking, go on speaking. He's roaring and he begins to dance, overwhelmed with pleasure. So we discussed already pleasure, this ecstasy is there's both, there's pleasure and there's disappointment at the same time. Extreme, right? Extreme pleasure and extreme disappointment at the same time. So they saw that Mahaprabhu fell down and there's no breath and they were worried, what happened? And then all of a sudden Mahaprabhu gets up and he says, go on, like encouraging Mukunda to keep singing. And he begins to dance, overwhelmed with pleasure. And what exactly was going on? The waves of ecstasy that Mahaprabhu is experiencing, that nobody can fathom from outside. It's not possible for anyone to fathom. So then Mahaprabhu is dancing now. So Nityananda Prabhu, knowing that Mahaprabhu is weak, for 3 days he's been fasting, and now all of a sudden he's fed such a big feast. So his body is not in a state, it won't be in a state to handle. And now he's dancing on top of that. Usually after you eat like that, you're supposed to rest, let the body pick up its energy. But now he's dancing, and how he's dancing? For at least 3 hours continuously he was dancing, and how he was dancing? In great ecstasy. So you can imagine, like jumping and dancing. So Nityananda Prabhu walked with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as he danced, lest he should fall. He was ready to hold Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to support him. And of course, Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur followed behind, dancing like this. Okay. But the Lord, where did we stop yesterday? On 34. Okay. So, even though the Lord is dancing like this and his body is weak, he's tired, his body is tired, and he's jumping high and dancing, but because of his ecstasy, he is not able to understand what is the condition of his body. This is what happens when one is, because when you say they are not in external consciousness, they're not even aware of their body. We hear about Madhavendra Puri, and recently also we read, about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. But about Madhavendra Puri, we will read that he didn't know whether it was day or night. He didn't know where he was, because continuously he's absorbed in the ecstasies of bhakti, so he does not know anything of the outside world, where he is going, who he is, whether it is day or night, nothing. So what to speak of hunger, thirst, sleep, pains, nothing. They're not aware of anything. So Mahaprabhu's body was exhausted, fatigued, but he was not aware of it. And he's still dancing, jumping high and dancing. So, yes. But when he danced and jumped high like this, he was not aware, but still, after some time, he became little fatigued. Okay. He actually became tired. That means his body became tired, but he could not understand. That's the point. His body became tired, not being able. Again, don't calculate this in material standards, right? Oh, well, his body is transcendental. How his body can get tired, right? It is inexhaustible. Yes, it is inexhaustible. But if his body doesn't get tired, how there is an opportunity for devotees to render, he churns the hearts of the devotees to bring out their love. He's not hungry, but in front of Mother Yashoda, he becomes hungry. He's like, I'm hungry. And then Mother Yashoda, she just drops everything. Oh, my little baby, he's in danger. The Supreme Lord is not in danger. So how so again, We shouldn't even say like this. Actually, both are true. He actually becomes hungry in front of his devotees. He actually becomes hungry. He actually becomes tired also. Both are true. That is why he is achintya. What does achintya mean? Achintya means two opposites are present simultaneously in one place at the same time. For example, day and night, opposites, right? Day and night are opposites. Can you have day and night exactly at the same time in the same place? You may say, yeah, it's possible. In America, it is night. In India, it is day. It is possible. Yes, but in the same place. Materially, no, it doesn't happen. That is why achintya, it's something which you cannot comprehend in your mind. This is the Supreme Lord. So about the Supreme Lord also, he actually becomes fearful of Mother Yashoda's stick. Not that he's pretending to be afraid, Damodar Lila, but at the same time, fear personified. Fear himself is afraid of the Supreme Lord. But that Lord is afraid of Mother Yashoda's stick. You cannot say that his being afraid of Mother Yashoda's stick is a pretension. He's not actually afraid. He's pretending so that he can draw the love out of her heart. No, you cannot say that also. If you say that, you become an offender. You have not understood the Lord. You become an offender. So there's a elaborate commentary about this uh, in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I'm trying to recollect the exact verse. Probably 3-4 texts, 3-4. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives. There are various different reasons that people give why the Lord is, that they accept him partially. Yes, he's like when the Lord appears as Krishna, when the Lord comes down as, the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes down, then they give, yes, he is Param Satyam, he is the Supreme Lord, but what he's doing now, that has an end. It's just like a drama. That's one explanation that they give. So all these various explanations are false. Who is a true devotee? A true devotee is he who's able to accept both, that he is actually afraid and also he's the supreme, his fear is afraid of him. How they are able to accept? Because the Lord is achintya. You cannot, with your material mind and intelligence, you cannot understand. That is why he is supreme. He is achintya. If you can understand with your material mind everything about the Lord, then what is his greatness? Right? Anyway, so here Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is exhausted. He's exhausted, right? After fasting for 3 days, and now, so his body is exhausted. And now he's dancing. So body became a little exhausted. Although he's not aware that the body is exhausted because of his ecstasy, but his body became exhausted. The next verse. Tabutana jane shrama prema vishta hoya nityananda mahaprabhu ke rakila dhariya. Tabu na jane shrama prema vishta hoya. Because of prema, because of his ecstasy, the Lord could not understand the exhaustion of his body, the fatigueness. Nityananda Mahaprabhu ke Rakhila Dhariya. But Nityananda Prabhu could see what's going on. So he held Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being fully absorbed in love of Godhead, he would not understand his fatigue. But Nityananda Prabhu, catching him, stopped his dancing. He actually stopped Mahaprabhu's dancing. Because your body is just, falling apart. Have mercy on this body, right? Give some rest. Even when you say your body for the Lord and his body are not different. He is his body. It's not like you give rest to your body. You are your body, right? You please rest. That's what it is. So, Acharya Gosai tabe Rakhila Kirtana Nana seva kori Prabhu ke koraila shayana. Yes. Although the Lord was fatigued, Nityananda Prabhu kept him steady by holding him. At that time, Advait Acharya suspended the chanting and by rendering various services to the Lord, made him lie down to take rest. Seeing that the Lord is exhausted but he would not stop dancing, Nityananda Prabhu held him in place. He held him in place. Mahaprabhu would have even maybe just, limped down and fallen down because the body was exhausted. But Nityananda Prabhu was holding him in place. He was just holding him there in place. And Advaita Acharya, seeing this, stopped the kirtan, right? Stopped kirtan, no more kirtan. And immediately made Mahaprabhu to lay down so that he can take rest. He mata dasha dina bhojana kirtana eka rupe kori kore prabhura sevana. For 10 continuous days, Advaita Acharya held feasting and chanting in the evening. He served the Lord in this way without any change. We have one festival, let's say Janmashtami, right? All day with great enthusiasm we serve the Lord all day and in the night, and then finally exhausted. Many devotees are not even able to handle their duties the next morning, Prabhupada's appearance day. Right? Again, there's another day, but it's like, right, get some rest somehow and then manage to come for the noon program. And then, if you were to do Janmashtami continuously for 10 days, think about it. Same, everything exactly the same. Continuous service and kirtan and dancing. Of course, if you are on that elevated spiritual platform, you can keep doing. But, you know, when we are not, we are still conditioned and trying to be devotees, then it can become difficult. But Advaita Acharya, what a devotee he is. For 10 continuous days, every single day, whatever we discussed today, whatever we discussed so far in this chapter, he was serving the Lord in the same way, and there was a feast for all the devotees. Everyone would come. 10 continuous days without any change, it is said. Exactly the same thing he was doing every day, non-stop. You can imagine, he's the one who has to arrange for prasadam, bring the bhoga, cook, worship the deities, serve prasadam, take care of Mahaprabhu, make sure that he's rested, give him company, perform kirtan. Advaitacharya, Srila Advaitacharya ki jai. So he served like this without any change for 10 days. Prabhate Acharya Ratna Dolaya Chadaya Bhakta Gana Sange Aila Sachi Mata Loya. So that was the first day. This was just said that like this he did for 10 days. But after the first day, after making Mahaprabhu rest, the next morning, second day, what happened? In the morning, Chandrasekhara seated Sachi Mata in a palanquin and brought her from her house with many devotees. Remember, Nityananda Prabhu had sent Chandrasekhar Acharya ahead of Mahaprabhu and said, go and inform Advaita Acharya to bring a boat. And after you do that, you go to Navadvip, go to Mayapur and inform Sachi Mata that Mahaprabhu is here. And you bring her along with all the devotees of Navadvip. See, this is right after Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And they're all in great separation. They're on the verge of death, being unable, just like when Mahaprabhu left, they were having all night kirtans with Mahaprabhu. They were with him day and night practically. And now he's not there at all. Can you imagine? And he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What would be their condition in his absence? They were all on the verge of death. So therefore, Nityananda Prabhu said, go get Sachimata and all the devotees from Navadvip. Bring them to Shantipur, to Advaita Acharya's house. Tell them Mahaprabhu is here. So we can stop here today. We will continue tomorrow. What happened after Sachimata and all the devotees came, we will read that tomorrow. Because we had a weekend in between, so just to recollect where we are, it takes some time to warm up, recollecting everything. That's why we didn't get to read. Tomorrow we'll read. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.